Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the HermitCraft FTB server. Yeah guys, welcome back. So I'm sitting here crafting some of these solar panels like I said we wanted to do last time. And it looks like the job's done. There's nothing here. But if we come over to the crafting terminal and we type in solar, you can see that there is currently 9 low voltage solar arrays and 7 solar panels. Now keep your eye on that number. You can see we just went up to 8 and then it crafted another low voltage solar array. What the heck? So I don't have anything turned on. Nothing should be crafting, but yet it's crafting. So I don't know what the deal is, and it looks like it just stopped. So that was pretty weird. It didn't show anything on the crafting monitor, and in fact I had already broken this thing and then replaced it. But yet it was still crafting these things. So I think there might be something wrong with the Applied Energistics. There might be something wrong with the server that needs to be rebooted. I'm not entirely sure, but that was really weird. Especially since I had just broken the crafting monitor, replaced it. That will generally reset the system and make it stop crafting things. I don't know. But yeah, like I was saying, I just got done crafting a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I came in here and I crafted like 4,000 of these uninsulated copper cables. And I crafted a bunch of these copper cables and copper plates. And if we look at the hammers and cutters, I was just crafting a whole bunch of stuff so the system would go faster. It wouldn't have to craft as many things, although this looks like it's probably not the best idea. We're taking up more spots, but it's got plenty of these cutters so it never has to remake those. So probably the next thing that I need to do at this point is to expand our Mac and add just a bunch of more crafting CPUs. That's something we haven't done yet. I think there's about 16 crafting CPUs in there if I remember correctly. I think there's 25 minus 11, so what is that? That's 14? 14 crafting CPUs in there? Yeah, that's not a whole lot. So probably what I'd want to do is expand this out. Actually, you know what? I don't think there is that many in there. What is that? That's 3 by 3 by 3. So that's 9, 27, 27 minus that. Yeah, that's 16. Okay, so we have 16 crafting CPUs in there. So probably what I'd want to do is expand this out, and in order to expand it out, I'm probably going to want to go down with it. We have some space below that we can continue to craft, but yeah, making these solar panels, even though this is all being done automatically through the Applied Energistics system, is certainly slow. So guys, let me go ahead and expand out the Mac, continue crafting the solar panels. I'm still wondering if it's going to craft more. It doesn't look like it's doing any more. It looks like it's stopped. I'm going to craft some more of these things and continue on with making our solar panels. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Oh my goodness guys, so I have been spending probably the last 2 hours or so babysitting the semi system, creating more solar panels, and there we go. We now have, what is that, a total of 16 of the high voltage solar arrays. That's a lot of power. So while crafting all that stuff, I pretty much ran out of iron. By the time I was done crafting it, I had 33,000 K iron ore, but all of my smelted iron, every last bit of it was used, and it started like smelting this stuff. So I took a bunch of it and I stuck it over into our auto processing area over here, just filled up some of these chests, just full of the iron, just letting it process just so we have iron once again. My goodness. So yeah, that's crazy. I wasn't really expecting to run out of iron, especially since we set up so many of those Core A+ quarries. It makes me feel like we're going to have to do even more of those still. Man. So, now that we have all those solar panels hooked up over there, if we look at this, we can see this is full energy over here, and it's working. That's probably 100% since this energy is full. So this is all the stuff that we've gotten so far, but the problem is, I haven't seen any iridium, so it might be a thing that we can't get it, but I'm determined to keep this going for as long as possible, just to see if we can get it this way, because the alternative, hooking up with all that IC2 stuff, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that. But we are collecting iron and bauxite and all sorts of good stuff. Another quartz ore. What else? Anything else? Saltpeter. I don't really think that's high value. Ammonium, I don't really think we need that much. But yeah, lots of good stuff. So we're collecting ores automatically without having to set up a quarry. So that's awesome. So there is a problem, though, that I was noticing while I was over here getting these things hooked up. Let's go down and take a look at this. I was looking at these energy cells, and I noticed that some of them were empty and some of them were draining. This one is draining down here, and this one's really draining up here. And that one's empty, and this one's draining pretty fast, too. So we have some that are full. These guys over here. So this RF producer isn't doing anything. I think it's the same way over here. These two aren't really doing anything either. So I think it's time to redesign the system. Instead of having 4 of these solar panels being in its own separate unit with 2 resonant energy cells and a test rack, I think we should probably combine the power of all these RF producers. We have 2 of them that really aren't doing anything. They have the full resonant energy cells. These guys aren't making any extra power. So I think we should take all these RF producers and hook them all up together and make it one big power unit. That way it should be able to provide power to all of these resonant energy cells. Like these guys that aren't using, that aren't doing very much, should be able to compensate. And I think that might be able to give everybody enough power and make the whole system happy. So first step we're going to have to do is get some of these conduits. And we have to figure out what we're going to do for the design of this. So I'm thinking the way these RF producers work, if I put a connection right here, I think it says no link, in, out, output limited. Let me try putting an energy cell in here. I thought I saw this before where even though it looks like it's connected, it wasn't really producing power. So that's from the back. Let's do an input there. Now we are gaining power. Maybe, I don't know. I thought I saw that before. It seemed like the only way I could get this to work was by putting the redstone conduit on the bottom. But we're going to do that anyway, just so it all runs underneath the floor. So let's go ahead and get these guys all hooked up here. Take these off. And connect that up. Whoop, not that. Get off there. Connect that up. Okay, so now this power line has the combined power of this RF producer and that one over there. So that's, what, 4,000 RF a tick or something? 40,000? I don't remember, however much that is. So we want to connect these 2 up as well. And I think we're going to kind of run these a little differently. So that's the center. We're probably going to run them something like that. Put the resonant energy cells on each one of these guys. Let's go ahead and start flying. Put one there. And one there. Let's reset all these settings. So we want the inside to be the orange, and we want the bottom to be the blue so this fills up with power. And the same thing on this side. So this one's going to be blue, or I'm sorry, this one's going to be orange, and this one's going to be blue. So this should be filling up with power. It is, good. And then we will stick the test rack between the 2. Okay, so we can move this down 1 and have the test rack directly on the conduit. But I prefer the power to go into our resonant energy cells and then from here into the tesseract, just so we have an idea if we're losing power or not. So this way it'll be sticking up above the floor just a little bit, but we'll be able to, visually inspect each one of these things and see how our power is doing. So we can continue to do this and just hook them all up in the same way. It's going to look a little weird until we get the floor on here, I'm sure. But I think this is probably going to be the best way to do it. So we'll do... was it blue and then orange? Yep. And then same thing on this side. Reset that. So this one will be orange. This one will be blue. Yep, those are connected. We can put our test rack between them. Awesome. So I think doing it this way is going to be a much better solution. We'll have all of these energy producers all hooked up. So I think we can just go ahead and remove these guys. Bring this down. I guess connected something like that. That looks a little odd. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if we get rid of this center thing, it'll look a little bit better. We do the same thing over here. That. Come here. And bring you down. Okay, so you guys got the idea what we're going to do here. Let me hook up the rest of these and we'll be right back. Alright, so this is the design that I went with. Just kind of like have this open thing in the center, and then I put these two cells next to each other and two tesseracts between them. The reason why I don't just have like one tesseract and a whole bunch of cables going into it is because this redstone energy conduit, like if you look at it here and hold shift for details, it says it can only transfer 10,000 RF a tick. I don't know if that's necessarily true, because obviously we are transferring more than that, I think. This is 4.5, and this one's doing 8.2. Yeah, and then this one doesn't seem to be doing anything for some reason. Not really sure. I'm also seeing that some of these energy cells are bugging out. Like this one right here, it's neither going up nor down. And same on this side. So I don't know what the deal with that is. I just had a problem with these two over here doing the same thing. So I broke them with the pick and I placed them back so they were completely empty. And then they started filling up, and then these are draining to compensate, and then they just never went back up. So I'm curious if I break this one with the pick and place it back down and turn this off. We want blue from the bottom and orange from that side. So that is filling up now. Is this thing... Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, now this thing is producing power over here. So there's something kind of weird going on. I don't know if it's the energy conduit, if it's the energy cells, or if it's the power converters. But yeah, now everything seems to be sending power. So if this one is gaining, this one's still bugged, it looks like. Whoops. And none of these are losing. So maybe I just need to break this one and set that one back too. I don't know. But yeah, this one's gaining a lot of power pretty quickly. Yep, 10,000 at a time or something. Some round number anyway, so that's pretty cool. So the next thing is to fill in the floor, put the slabs back on top, and then we can move on from here. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like all finished. The floor makes it definitely look a lot better in my opinion. Now I was sitting here looking at these things, and I think we could probably change it so there's one tesseract with 4 resonant energy cells around it. If we like move it over here and off center it, and we could probably do the same thing with this one and remove that over into like a corner or something as well. And then we could regain 2 tesseracts. I might go ahead and do that at a later time. But yeah, I like the way this has turned out. Now I did go ahead and I broke this other energy cell and I placed it back. And it seems to have fixed that problem with it not gaining as much power as it should. And these are all now retaining their full power. So that's really awesome. So I think our whole power issues should now be fixed. Let's go ahead and button this back up. There we go. And get out of here. Now, I know some people are suggesting that I should use big reactors, or like from last episode, we should start using the GasCraft stuff to create power. I was looking at how much power production like the GasCraft stuff can do, and it's really not that much. I don't know if I want to mess around with that too much. I mean, we need a whole bunch of power for the mining laser, mining drill. So yeah, solar is pretty much the best way to go. So down under here, our fail bedrock actually turned into a piece of bedrock. It took a very, very, very long time for that to happen. I even added in some more aqueous accumulators and stuff just to try and speed up the process. But yeah, that finally completed. Let's take a look at how much we got as far as that natural gas is concerned. So that, what is that? That's like 9,638.5 buckets worth. That is quite a lot of natural gas. So we can go ahead and continue to collect that stuff if we want. We can use the bedrock breaker and then place another one of those natural gas blocks here and then keep collecting the stuff. But like I said, I was looking at how much power production you can get from it, and it really doesn't feel like that much. But we could explore that in a later episode, I suppose. Okay, so there's one final thing that I wanted to do today before we ended the episode, and that's I wanted to upgrade the experience farm over at spawn area. So we wanted to make some more of these purple potion crystals, or whatever these things are called. Yeah, purple potion crystal. So that's glowstone, these purple crystal shards, blocks of gold, and a redstone block. And let's just see, glowstone, we have 93,000. Redstone, we have 474. And obsidian, we have 50,000 or 5,000. So I think that's plenty. What about the purple crystals, though? That's probably the most important part. We have 167. So yeah, let's go ahead make a bunch of those. So there's 42 of those guys. That's 42 extra crystals worth of experience. I think that should make a pretty significant upgrade. Let's go ahead and head back over to the spawn area. Yeah, I'm just looking at that mini map and all those Lycanite mobs, all the red question marks. Man, I wish they would update Monster and fix that, but I don't know. We might manually update the Lycanite mod to fix that ourselves, but I'd prefer to just if the Monster Pack would do it. But yeah, so the experience farm's right here, and we got quite a lot of crystals in here. You can see our experience raises quite quickly while we're standing in here, but I think... Oop, gotta be careful, this pick is a little crazy. I think we can increase this even more. So let's start digging out some stuff here. I think if we line like underneath this with the crystals... yeah, I want to go really crazy. I want to see how fast we can get experience. Let's go and break out some of these guys real quick too. So yeah, I want to place these in pretty much every single spot possible so we can get the maximum amount of experience in the shortest amount of time. So if we stick these guys right like this, pretty sure we should be in the range of all of these. Whoops, not there. Something like that. Yeah, and then we can even go up one more layer right here and have these guys around. Something like this. We got 22 of them left, so we can fill in the rest of the floor. Alright, that's doing pretty good. I mean, at level 47, we're gaining experience really quickly. Where else can we stick these things? We can't go up into the bookshelf area. We could probably put one right there. It's kind of packing them in spaces. You know what? I bet we could even do a little bit more like this. And maybe even double them up even more like this. Oh, this is getting a little crazy. There we go. I think that's about as fast as we can go. So 54 levels, and that's going really fast, 55. I think probably the best way to see how fast this is going is to go get ourselves a couple of books, enchant those books, and just see how fast we can go from 0 to 30. So let's go grab some books real quick so we can get rid of our levels. So book, and yeah, take a stack of books with me. I might do some other enchanting. I would like to get some decent enchants to put on our bedrock shovel since we don't have any enchants on here. I don't think there's really anything else I'd put on the bedrock pickaxe. It came with silk touch and I put the efficiency 5. And the bedrock sword, I guess we could put flame or fire or whatever, fire aspect on this. Maybe knockback? I don't know. But I am very curious to see how fast this thing is going to go now. With all those extra crystals in there, from 0 to 30, it's probably going to be nearly instant. So let's go ahead and use up 30 levels on that. What is that? Spider-Man 1? What the heck? And 30 on that. So yeah, look at how fast our experience is going up. That is crazy. So we're at 20. Oh, it's slowing down just slightly. So it's going to take us about 15 seconds or so to get level 30, which is amazing. Reading 1. Spider-Man step up 3. What? I don't even know what these enchants are. I think those are from Mariculture. I know Mariculture added in a whole bunch of weird ones. I think Unhost had one that was called like Sonic the Hedgehog, and it made him go super fast. Thorns. Yeah, that's just a regular Minecraft one. So, yeah, I also don't know if putting these in front of other ones is a good idea or not, but we're pretty much at the point right now where we can't pack in very much more. We could probably do another one around this layer right here. Whoa, why is it making sound? Feather falling. Okay, I don't know why that's making sound. The sound muffler stopped working. It's broken, I don't know. Oh man. So let's do one more book. Let's just see what we can get here. And Inferno 2. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that one's used for either. I wonder, can you enchant the power armor with different things too? Like, I'm pretty sure putting feather falling on the power armor boots is silly and not worth it since I have the shock absorbers or whatever. But maybe I don't even know what these enchants are. Like step up 3 makes me think that you could walk up 3 blocks at a time. I should probably go to the Mariculture website and check out what all these other enchantments are. Inferno 2, that sounds like fire aspect or something. Yeah, I don't know why the dinging sound is no longer working. There is a sound muffler directly below this guy. That's pretty funny though. Let's do, okay, we'll do one last one and then we'll go ahead and call it. Restoration 1. Awesome. Alright guys, well, I think that's going to do it for today. We got quite a lot of stuff done. The power system over at the base is awesome. Finally got that hooked up. We're not having any more power issues. And we can run the mining laser, our laser drill. I keep saying the wrong thing. We can finally run the laser drill at full speed, and we have power left over to spare. Now the last thing is we just got to wait for if we can get the iridium. It's not looking too good. We've gotten all of this stuff, but not a single iridium ore. So it might not be possible, even though it is listed in NEI as a nether ore, it might be turned off so you can't get these. I don't know. But there is all this iridium stuff from HermitCraft that looks like it came originally from this nether iridium ore. But again, it's not showing up at all. So it might be turned off. I don't know. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this video if you liked it. And we'll see you next time.